everybody, this is Eleanor Roosevelt.
And I'm Ninja Bean.
And welcome back to Down and Derby Talk. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
A lot of minutes.
We've hardly seen each other.
Yeah, hardly seen each other at all because we're trying really hard to be obedient to what the Ontario government is asking of us, and it sucks.
Yes. I just don't want to get sick.
Yeah, no, I legitimately, my in-laws live with us. If one of us gets sick and they get sick, like it wouldn't be good. It's not fair to them, right?
But anyway, Welcome to a new video.
Yes.
We're going to kind of talk a little bit about 2020 and what happened there.
Or didn't happen.
Or didn't happen. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what we see for 2021.
Yeah.
Which will be fun. We're trying to figure out how 2021 is going to work for video content, as I don't see Derby coming back for a little bit of time yet. So.
Yeah. I talked to our captain today too, and she's kind of resigned herself to that fact too, which is sad, but it is what it is.
There's not much you can do. The big thing I think leagues are going to have to do is try to keep, even though you got to keep the Derby pulse alive somehow, which is what we've been discussing as a board. I guess we're going to talk about 2021 first before we talk about 2020. Just how to keep, keep social media alive.
Yeah.
Continue to fundraise and start to kind of stash some funds. So when you do get back, you're able to rent space.
Because the thing is like rental spaces is going to be way more expensive, and there's extra fees on top of those now for like COVID cleaning and yada yada. So it's frustrating, but it is what it is.
Next year we do intend, even if there isn't Derby, to at least we talk about roller skating stuff, because we can go roller skating when the weather's nice. Like that's no problem. We can socially distance, you can wear a mask while roller skating. It's sucky, but you can do it. So we'll probably talk a little bit more about that. We'd like to, I think, do more reviews. They seem to be quite popular.
Yeah. You guys tend to like the reviews, which is great.
Have you looked at the comments recently on the
I have not. Well, not in the last week or so.
Yeah, I've been trying to respond as much as possible, because sometimes I forget, I'm like, oh yeah, we have the app where it's really easy to respond. So we are reading comments, and we would really like to. There's a lot of suggestions. A lot of people want beginner stuff, more beginner stuff.
Yes.
Workouts and tips and tricks and stuff like that. And that's totally doable. We can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that. We don't have to be together to do that stuff. I've been meaning to do skate maintenance videos. Eleanor's been meaning to do some basic workout stuff.
Yes. Yeah, that is actually something that I talked to our team captain about doing for the team, but then also maybe translating those onto this channel would be really cool. Even if we do quick little 10-15 minute workouts just to pop up on here, and people can, if you want that, let us know, and we will record that stuff.
And just, you're really into CrossFit right now, and it'd be great to talk about kind of that stuff as well, and just what you're learning along the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's lots. I think what we might have to consider doing is Down and Derby Talk Plus, kind of get out of just Derby. We might have to talk about some more lifestyle stuff, which you know is not a big, that's fun for us, because we can talk about anything, because there's a lot that kind of circle back into Derby, whether we're talking about athletic wear or diet stuff. You've got a video coming out about protein.
I did my protein shake for y'all. So my favorite one post workout. So
so we got that. 2021 is going to start really soon. It's New Year's Eve when we're recording.
It's New Year's Eve while we're recording right now.
It's
so
happening.
2021 starts tomorrow for us.
Yeah.
So let's talk about 2020.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We had 3 months of practices?
Yep. We played one game.
We didn't play any games. Did we play a game?
We did a scrimmage. We did scrimmages. That's what we did.
Okay.
We did a scrimmage because I jammed that entire scrimmage.
Oh yeah, we did do one.
And it was so much fun.
We had so many plans for 2020. We were going to have a tournament. We were living it for that.
Yeah.
We
sad about that.
Our family fun skates were cranking up to do those, and then it all just kind of came to a screeching halt
in March.
Yeah.
But a lot of good things happened.
Yes.
in 2020. Just
Mhm.
because Derby didn't happen doesn't mean a lot of good things didn't happen.
Mhm.
Like, I can do wall walks now. And if you don't know what a wall walk is, did you freeze? Oh no, okay.
No, I just stopped talking. I just
Okay.
was looking at you.
So if you don't know what a wall walk is, it's very popular sort of in the CrossFit community, and you sort of have your feet up on the wall and you're in like a plank position, and then you climb up the wall backwards. So your feet come up and your hands get closer to the wall. And the point is to get your belly to touch the wall and then come back down. And it's like full body, shoulders, core, everything workout. And this time last year, I tried to do them with my sister. I was in Kingston, and we were there for our Christmas holidays with my family. And she was like, "Oh, you've never tried wall walks? You should try wall walks." Because we were in her gym. My sister's husband is in the military. So we were on the base gym, and they have the rubber floor. And so I was like, well, I'll try it because we're on the rubber floor. And I got like if this is where you're supposed to be, this is my hands, these are my feet. I got like here. And I was like, nope, can't do it. So I ended up doing pikes, and I did pikes for a lot of the time, but I tried them like 2 weeks ago, and I can do them because of the other workouts I've been doing. I'm stronger, and my shoulders are stronger, my arms are stronger, and I was able to do it. And that is like huge for me. Huge.
That's really exciting.
Because I didn't lose a ton of weight in 2020.
Mhm.
Like, I did a lot of sitting around.
There was a lot. Even for me, I started a new job, and it was a lot physical, so I haven't been working out like I should. With that being said, I somehow I've thinned out, not intentionally, but I weigh the same, which means I've gained a lot of muscle.
And that's what you call like functional fitness, right?
Yes.
Like, and I've noticed, incorporating the workouts that I do in my daily life, right? That functional fitness. I spoke about it in the summertime. I did a video on it, and functional fitness is so important in your day-to-day life, but it's really important in Derby too.
Yeah.
Right? Because you use all of your muscles in Derby as much as a lot of people just think it's like, maybe core and legs, but you use your entire body. So,
well, I mean, like, even there was one video I really wanted to do this past summer that I didn't get to do, and that was getting up quickly. Because that takes a lot of core. Satan's mattress is one of the drills we do.
Yeah.
And you have to pop up fast. And it's very important in Derby to know, to have the endurance to not only get up quick, because when you get knocked down in the second half, sometimes you're like, maybe I'll just stay here. Like,
this looks like a comfy spot to lay.
This floor is so cold. Stay. So you kind of have to figure out how to overcome that mindset and also get up quick. So functional fitness it's super important for that, because the best way to do it is to both feet at the same time jump forward. And jump on your toe stops and push off. It's really hard to explain without showing, but that's how I do it, and it's very effective. A lot of people do 1 foot at a time, which works, but if you're trying to get to the fastest, you got to keep. How many workouts are you doing a week currently?
I'm striving for 4 or 5 a week. Just because the workouts that the street parking workouts tend to be short. The other day I did 2 in a row in one day, which was fine. I may have died a little bit.
It was fine.
It was fine. Everything's fine, and I'm dying. But it felt good to do it. Like, the one workout just didn't feel like enough, so I pushed and did another one, which, again, at the beginning of the year, I would never have been able to do that. So even though I don't have Derby right now, and I don't have the cardio, which for me and my body type, I do need to do way more cardio in order to maintain or lose like inches, because that's just the way my body is. My whole family's like that. And that's the one thing I've noticed, is that the pounds are sort of staying the same, and the inches are not moving either, which is weird, but I'm definitely stronger, and I'm definitely in better shape than I was at the beginning of the year, if that makes sense.
It is frustrating to hear, the one size fits all sort of workout routines, which everybody's body is different.
Yeah.
I have a hard time, like, I stay the same. Like, I've been this big forever. I think the most I've ever weighed is 130 pounds. And I have not always had the best diet. Like, my mom's this size. My dad's not a big man. My papa's like, my dad's side is a bigger family, but I've got more of my mom's side.
Yeah, you definitely do.
And my dad's side, I think it's more to do with lifestyle than anything. It's a little bit different. But even my brother, he's fluctuated. Like, he's more of my dad's side. But it's totally like, you got to take into consideration your genes.
Absolutely.
Food affects
and I know.
different.
Yeah, exactly. Now my dad and I are going to start a diet in 2021. Not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. So I've been reading up on it, and I bought him the book and I sent it to him because I was like, hey Dad, you want to do this with me? Because my sister has, in the last 10, 11 years, lost like 100 pounds, looks fantastic, has really literally worked her butt off to look as good as she does. And so I'm like, I know that it's possible because my little sister has done it. So for me, it's I know it's my eating habits, right? Like, you can't work out a poor diet, right?
Oh yeah, like,
so I'm starting this book. It's called The Daniel Plan. And it's like kind of a biblical perspective on diet, and not weight loss, but like your diet and feeding your body the right foods. So yeah, that's what I'm starting in 2021.
That's something I need to, like, a big issue I'm having right now with the type of work I'm doing is getting enough calories in the day because I'm running my butt off.
That's important. I think a lot of people don't realize that. And that's the one thing that my sister really learned and taught me. It was like, you can work out all you want, but if your body's not getting the right amount of calories or enough calories, it doesn't work.
That, and it's got to be the right kind of calories.
Yes.
Like, if you eat a bowl of chips, sure, you got however, like 300 calories or whatever, depending on the size of your chip bowl. But if it's garbage, there's no nutrition there. And I think that's what we have to change about, people talk about diets and it always talks about food restrictions, like less food, but I think it's got to be more about the right types of food.
Absolutely. And that's what this plan talks about, is just fueling your body properly. Right.
Breakfast
so for me, that's my big learning curve this year coming.
What else happened in 2020? Well, we had a lot of like just life stuff that, despite it being like a shit year, a lot of good things happened.
Yeah, you got engaged.
I got engaged. I'm remembering today because I'm not doing any laborious work. I got a new job. I quit my old one.
Yep.
I actually was thinking about getting back into my other YouTube channel that I haven't put a video out on in like 7 months, and talking a little bit more about that.
Yeah. I finished my renovations in my house. My garage gym is done. So that's pretty cool.
We're gonna need an update on that after you get all the stuff up.
Oh, actually, yeah, we moved everything around, so it's not at all like it was in the video that we posted.
You gotta do a new one.
I gotta do a new one, and we've got our garage door in. We've got our.
That looked great, by the way. I saw it when I pulled up the other day.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It really lifts up the front of the house.
And yeah, there's something to be said about a nice garage door, which is so weird. Like, that's how you know you're adulting, is you're like, oh, the garage door.
I got a mini vacuum for Christmas. Through the moon. Through the moon. It's great.
Through the moon.
Just like, wah. Just like when you use in a car. But with the dog, it's just great. You just,
your dog is like a hairball. And,
we were on an exciting podcast.
We did do that podcast. That was so fun. Well, podcast / video. I don't know. That was really cool. That was probably a big highlight for me.
That was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. And we made some new friends.
We did. I love D'Aurelia. She's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah. What else? What else did we do?
Well, you didn't get together very much.
I started my job. because my job is a ministry job, I have to raise my own support for that. And I was able to raise enough to start part-time. So I'm doing that. And I started a new girls group, and that's pretty cool. So I'm consistently getting, like, even though we're online, I'm consistently getting like 7 or 8 girls out to this girls group and just kind of doing life with them. And it's like, it's one of those, it's the job that doesn't feel like a job.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been a busy year.
Yes. I don't know, 2020, that was pretty much it. We had a few months and a lot that we were looking forward to, and it'll be curious to see. I think we can get back maybe the end of 2021.
Yeah,
hopefully, but concerns for future of Derby is we've seen a lot of teams that are losing their space.
Yeah, that's scary, right? Like, yeah. I mean, you don't ever want that to happen.
You're not able to afford the rent because a lot of people have permanent spaces, like bigger teams have permanent homes.
Yeah. But if you can't afford the rent.
Yeah. So that's no good. And then there's going to be a lot of people, I think, that are playing Derby, still want to play Derby, but they're doing other things now because there isn't Derby. And the question is, do they come back?
Yeah.
Like some people are on the brink of retirement and had maybe 2 years left. Do they come back or are they done?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing, right? You're only getting, I mean, I'll be 37 in a couple of months. So like, you know, you have to kind of talk about how old people's bodies are, right? Like,
yeah, like it's really about how you're feeling at the time.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, that's what I was going to say. How about the new WIFTA standards?
Oh, I haven't even really looked at them, but I know it's different.
I feel like we're going to need to study that and do a whole video on that because I'm not sure that, I don't know that I agree with it. And I don't know.
Have you looked at it at any length?
Yeah, well, I looked at it a couple of weeks ago and went through, and essentially it's saying that the 27-5 is kind of antiquated and isn't going to be a requirement, and that it's going to be up to the teams themselves, essentially, I think, to like whether they feel somebody's ready to play, and you would have different levels of play. I just like, scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I can understand.
And then it's, you know, because the 27-5, 25-5 is like, I mean, that's the biggest stumbling block for a lot of people, right?
That one isn't like, as far as minimums go, 25-5 and 27-5, I don't see as the big one. I don't think it's 100% necessary, but everything else, I feel like, you know, if you can't stand on your skates, like there's certain things that are foundational that I agree that like the concern would be if leagues are short players, well, we'll just throw this person that's been skating 3 weeks in, and that's just an injury waiting to happen.
Yeah, exactly, for them and for other people, right?
Yes, and I've seen like people that agree with them, and then there's people that don't agree with the new rules. It'll be curious when we get back how that works out, because we have seen players who've been trying to, you know, skate without passing their minimums, and it doesn't really work. What are you doing? Cat stepping on things. Yeah, so it'll be curious to see what happens with all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only one, like 27-5 is the one that I don't feel like is completely necessary, because not everyone needs to skate that hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
I do believe cardio is super important. I talked about in my last video, we talked about a million times that cardio and having that sort of endurance is definitely, like, you cannot have it, but
we've won games based on that. Yeah, right, like based on the fact that our team trains hard in cardio, we have won games on that, because at the end of the, you know, midway through the second half, the other team is gassed and we're like, let's keep going, because we can. So you know, it's very, very important to any sport that you're doing. If you're not if you're not cross training with like cardio and weightlifting, it's definitely, you can tell who does it and who doesn't, right?
That's like, yeah, practice. We had split them up. I think we had one practice that was working on drills,
Skills and drills, yeah.
and then the other one was basically cardio
Gameplay.
on skates.
Yeah. Well, and
Or,
gameplay,
yeah, like,
right?
yeah.
So, which I think, you know, is a great way to go and a great way to do it, because we like you can't, the easiest way to learn is to play, right? And so that was the one thing that I found, because we were like OG members. We didn't have anyone else to teach us how to play. We had to figure it out all on our own with like,
we had
Crusher and Vicious, like that was it. So when our first scrimmage, I was so nervous because I was like, I have no freaking clue what I'm actually doing. And that's when, you know, you get all the penalties when you're a freshie, and that is what it is, right? But yeah, the best way to learn is to play. So we try as a league, when we're practicing, to do one practice that's skills and drills, you know, working on all of those basic balance and cardio and core and all of those things, and then learning drills to then implement the next practice into like gameplay, like actual gameplay,
like doing
so.
Just little scrimmages.
And
we started to incorporate loco scrimmages. So
yes.
like we would do a round of full contact, and then a loco one, because then you're on your feet and you have to suddenly start thinking differently. Like,
yes,
if there's one thing I've noticed that some teams really lean on, it's hitting and hitting hard, which sure, you're gonna knock the jammer down, but all it's doing is giving the jammer a fresh take, like a fresh run at it.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is hold the jammer for as long as possible.
Yeah.
We've seen teams that they're brutal, and it's like, all you're doing is hurting people. Come on.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that's, you know, we're pretty lucky in that our team is kind of single-minded together, that's we want to be not just good players, but players that want to really learn the game, right? And be able to, and still take and give hits like that, but like, just when it's appropriate.
Some people it would be a great opportunity to hold the jammer, but instead they're like, I'm just gonna throw my full body weight into that person and hurt them. And I'm like, well, now you've made them mad. Yeah. And you've kind of given them a fresh start to come out of the situation from a different
or at worst case, injured them. Yes. Like I feel terrible if I hurt somebody in a game, you know, and I know that when I got hurt, I had, you know, people like the person who ended up hitting me, she came up to me and was like, hey, I'm really sorry. And, you know, and it wasn't her fault. It was just that I had fallen funny when she hit me.
Yep. Sometimes it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah. Yep.
That's one of the hardest parts, I think, about Derby, is that when you do sign up, you sign up for the risk that you can get injured standing still. We've had players that have had their worst injuries just standing there.
Yeah, and fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like during a really easy drill.
Yep.
Just fell weird and wasn't ready. Like, because one of the things when you're playing Derby is like your body is prepared. You're like, okay, I know I'm going to get hit. So you have that in your mind. You tense certain muscles to kind of catch yourself. But when it's unexpected, like back blocks are unexpected. Or
correct. or having your skate kicked out, right? Like, or skating like the one time Otto and I were skating beside each other, and we were doing like a speed skating drill, and our skates were going this, like my left skate was going and her left skate was going and right, but then she pushed back and hit, like we were kind of side by side, but she was kind of in front of me, and her skate hit mine and it dead stopped me, and I was like full tilt skating hard and went flat on my face. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. So anyway, 2021, what is your biggest goal for 2021?
Consistency, I think.
Yeah.
Just like trying to be consistent with weight training.
Mhm.
And just, I know that when we get back to Derby, it's going to be a lot different. I don't know what my role will be because I know our practices are late. Like we have
Mhm.
late practices. And now instead of living across the street from where we practice, literally, I lived across the street from
Yes,
where
you
we
did.
practiced for a year. I now live 40 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to rethink what my role is going to be when we do get back. But I am like I do have an obligation and desire to still be a part of the team,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a different way. That's not really a goal. That's just a statement.
It's just a statement.
But just taking care of myself and working on just skating more because
Mhm.
this summer there's lots of opportunities to skate, but I didn't because I live on a hill. That kind of sucks. And dropping in, I would like to drop in to
Yeah,
a bowl one
into a
time.
bowl. I would love to try that too. I'm the same way when it comes to like skiing or anything like that. Like I have that fear that I'm just gonna eat it. Whereas like my sister I remember going skiing with her for the first time when we were little, and I was in grade 6 and she was in grade 4 or grade 7 and 5 because that was when you could go skiing first. And I was like, I'd already been skiing a couple of times with the school. We're English. We don't ski, like my family doesn't ski, so I would just go with the school. And my sister, like first day out skiing, she's like bombing it down the Black Diamonds, and I'm over here on the Blue Hills going, I'm gonna die. I just have that like innate fear inside me.
Well, as soon as you drop in, yeah, there's some control, but it's kind of like
Yeah, you gotta let go.
anything can happen now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suddenly it's all your skills. Like you have to rely only on your skills to not
Mhm.
injure yourself significantly.
Yeah.
Because we've done a little bit of the dropping and stuff and like skating down a hill.
Yeah.
And that's like, ooh, an incline or a decline. It's like, and it's not even that bad of one. I remember
Yeah.
like the first time we went road skating and it was
And
like,
that hill like right by my house.
like how do I stop? What if I hit
Yeah.
a
Okay.
rock?
Like, and the hill's like this. It's not even like, it's not like this. It was like this, but
It
it's
was nothing.
fast. And but then like once you get used to it, it's like this is my favorite part of the whole skate.
Yeah,
It's going down
absolutely.
that hill. So
Because I remember
yeah.
street corners were like, oh my God, there is a stop sign coming
I'm
up.
gonna have to stop.
What do I do?
When we were baby skaters. So yeah, and I think for me, same as you, right? Like that consistency, and then for me, like getting my like eating habits under control. So you guys are all part and parcel of that. You have heard it here. I'm gonna try and eat better to, fuel my body properly. And it's not really about like the weight loss. It's not really about any of that. It's just about fueling my body properly to be the best person and mom and derby player and wife and all of those things, because that's what I am. So in the comments below, let us know what your greatest accomplishment of the garbage heap that was 2020 year was. The best thing that you did, the thing that you accomplished that you're most proud of, and something that you're looking forward to in 2021, derby or non-derby related. We don't care. We just want to kind of hear what you're doing.
Because we do read the comments all the time. We just don't
Yes, we do.
always respond right.
Yeah. We have, again, like we said, we've become quite busy, which is strange.
Yeah, it is strange. Because there was from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. For 7 months, I was unemployed. And I had all the time. I did so many videos, and now it's like trying to find time to do videos when you get home from work. It's like, I'm just gonna sit here and play Animal Crossing. Headphones don't actually fit in my ear. I have weird, I think, ears, so they keep falling out. But anyway, I think we've talked for 1 bajillion years.
Yes.
My cat actually typed something. IGN.
Perfect.
Like 3 spaces. Good job, cat. Thank you so much for watching.
Yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video to all of your friends, Derby and non-Derby.
And we're always open to video suggestions. So
Yes.
again, leave comments and we'll read them.
Yep.
Good luck in 2021, and we'll see you
Next
in
time.
2021.
Wait.
Or maybe you're already watching this in 2021. Oh, your background went really white. It looks like you're.
Ooh. I feel like Elsa in the snowstorm.
That's how you feel.
That's weird.
Elsa.
It must have got really bright outside.
Elsa. That's what you would like.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.